What's up, everybody? This is BMT Fitness. I'm back with another video for you. Tonight we're talking about protein, meal planning, everything you need to know about getting the basics down. Now, let's talk about protein for a second, alright? Now, let's do a comparison. Would you rather take a juicy, nicely cooked piece of chicken, or would you rather take a blackened, just overcooked, just burnt to a crisp? Of course, you're going to take the juicy piece of chicken. Why? Because it's a quality piece of protein. It is going to be absorbed by your body correctly, and it's not going to taste like crap. So, there you go. Now, what I'm talking about as far as protein tonight is in a workout setting, okay? When it comes to protein powder, when it comes to post-workout nutrition, when it comes to meal replacement, you want something that's going to be high quality, that's going to be absorbed, and it's going to be fully bioavailable. Now, let's go ahead and go into post-workout, okay? When you're doing post-workout, right, you have a window of about 45 minutes to an hour post-workout to get you a good amount of protein in, as well as some kind of a carb to shuttle the protein to your muscles quickly and efficiently. Now, when we go into that, let's use as an example Formula 1. Alright? What this is a 100% hydrolyzed, low temperature processed, cross-filtered whey protein isolate. It is absorbed by the body quickly, and it is pre-digested to get that protein right to the muscle where it needs to be. Now, stacked with this, if I can get it right, ignition, which this is a carb complex that is designed to spike your insulin to shuttle that protein to the muscles and restore your glycogen stores. Now, when you're working out, you're constantly sweating, you're constantly working. What your glycogen is your battery. When you're working out, you're pretty much depleting your battery. When you get to a certain point to where you're just completely burnt out, that means your glycogen stores have been depleted completely. So, what this does is it gets it back up to a nice, healthy level, and it spikes your insulin. And not to a point to where it's too much, but to a point to where it's got enough energy and enough efficiency to get the protein to the muscle quickly and right then and there. By the way, great for leg day. I'm just saying right now, it's great for leg day. Note it, write it down. Make that shake, chug it, get it in you, okay? Within about an hour to 2 hours or so, you're going to feel a difference. Trust me. You're not going to be nearly as sore. You're going to feel it working because your muscles are still going to be tight. So say you're doing leg day. Your quads and your hams and your calves are going to be nice and tight. But that's just because you got a good pump. But at the same time, they're not going to hurt. They're not going to be in pain. Just to kind of summarize, okay? Formula 1. Post-workout. Ignition. Post-workout. Take them together, all right? Plus, they taste good too. They're excellent. Best I've ever tasted. Now, let's go to a on-the-go situation. Okay, let's say you've already had meal 2 and 3, but you're not able to get to number 4. So, what do? You got to keep your body anabolic. So, you got to keep your body constantly burning fat. You got to get protein. You got to get some kind of nutrition in you. So, in comes level 1. Meal replacement protein. In other words, it's actually called a sustained assimilation protein, designed to work efficiently by making you full, but not making you full, if that makes any sense. More or less, it's going to make you feel full because it's going... What this is really is a thicker protein powder that when mixed with water, it makes it nice and thick. That way when you drink it as a shake, you're going to feel full. And you're going to feel full for longer, okay? When you're feeling full longer, that means you can sustain yourself for another 2 hours or so. Because, I mean, you're not going to find a protein that's going to work 3-4 hours at a time. 2 hours is the minimum, or the maximum it will work, because you can only absorb so many nutrients and so much protein with a powder than you can with a whole food. By the way, another note, always take a whole food over a protein powder. Whole food will always be better because it's right there at the source. A protein powder, like I said, it's only going to sustain you for maybe a couple of hours or so, and you've only got so much nutrients that it can absorb into the body. Now, for this, okay, you want to take it roughly before your anabolic window is about to end. So you want to do it around the 3rd hour or so, and go ahead and take it. But note that because it only works for a couple of hours, you want to get that next meal in within a couple of hours after you drink your shake, so that way you're constantly keeping your anabolic cycle going. Okay? Now, let me summarize real quick one more time. Okay? Formula 1 and ignition. Post-workout only. Level 1, meal replacement. Now, post-workout, you got a 45-minute window. Your meal replacement, you got about a 2-hour window. So make sure you're taking your timing with both protein. Going to meal planning, okay? When it comes to meal planning, you want to make sure that you're taking in the right food for the amount of energy and the amount of work or any kind of activity you're going to be doing that day. So if it's an off day, you don't want to be taking in nearly as many carbs, especially if you're trying to cut. Okay. If it's a training day, you want to set it up to where you got enough protein and enough carbs going into your body, so that when it comes to your workout time, you've got enough nutrients to where you can recover quicker, even with the post-workout protein. Okay. There's a good amount of nutrition that you're going to be taking in, the nutrients and vitamins and everything you're going to be taking in with whole food. With whole food, you're going to get more nutrients because they're right at the source. All right? When it comes to a protein powder, that's really all it is. You're going to get 5 grams of BCAAs. You're going to get about 40 some odd grams of protein out of a 2-scoop shake. So when you take it with a whole food, you're going to be a lot better off than doing it with a protein powder, because, again, listen, these are just supplements. They're not they're not supposed to act as a substitute for whole food. What they're supposed to act as is pretty much a fill-in for what you cannot take in as far as whole food in your diet. So if there's a gap that you can't get that whole food, that's where these supplements come in. Okay? What I would normally do, especially when I'm training, and it's usually 5 days a week, I set it up to where I'm taking in roughly 190 grams of protein per day, roughly 170 to 180 grams of carbs, and about 25 to 30 grams of fat. That's in a 6-meal day. So use that little formula and you'll be good. You got to remember, though, when you're cutting, you want to lower the carb amount. Okay? Good rule of thumb. Take the size of your palm right here. This is what you use as your protein size. Okay? Some of you with small hands, I know it's going to be a little bit different, but you kind of get the gist of the idea. So about the size of your palm, this area right here, use that as your protein source. Ball up a fist. Okay? This should be your carb and veggie size. Now, when you're cutting, cut that size in half for your carbs. You can eat as many veggies as you want, but the carbs, like I said, cut it in half. Okay? When you're building, make it bigger on the protein. You want more protein for more muscle recovery. Okay? I will, in the link, put a chart up of some kind of foods that you can use, proteins, carbs, and veggies, that is recommended when you're trying to build or when you're trying to lose weight or lose fat in this case. All right. I'm going to put a couple more things in there. I'm going to put the link to my website for both Formula 1 and for Level 1. And if you got any more questions, you can always hit me up at my email right here, bigpev82@yahoo.com. And I'll be back later I'll have another video up for you in a couple of days. And I'm going to get some shout outs from everybody to find out what kind of video you want me to put up. Whether it be something with working out, whether it be another product review, or whether it be something tutorial. Hit me up. Let me know. I need the ideas so I can start getting you some information. All right. Again, I am BMT Fitness. Have a great day.